Writing down your day-to-day tasks as they relate and align with your goals is the difference between thinking about something and actually taking action. I'm a firm believer that the most successful people are those who take their ideas, their thoughts, and turn them into action and in turn create better results. And the best way to do that is to take the actions and ideas all the way up here in your head, put them down into bite-sized chunks and written plans that you can follow, and then take steps and actions towards actually being able to accomplish them. There's so much research done on the benefit and the outcome of writing down goals and having written goals and how that increases your likelihood of success. But the same goes for our day-to-day plans, because honestly, if you have a big goal, you got to take small steps to even be able to get to that big goal. One benefit of writing down your day-to-day plans is it reminds you what you need to focus on. It really informs your steps. If you wake up in the day and you're like, all right, I'll just kind of let the day happen, which honestly most people do, you'll likely forget what you're supposed to be focused on. But if you have it written down and you have it in front of you, you can reference it and then start to take the steps that align with what you want to accomplish in that given day. Another benefit of writing down your day-to-day tasks is it always brings you one step closer to your big goal. I read some information about Jerry Seinfeld, who was a famous comedian. He talked about how he really honed in and grew his comedian and joke-telling craft. And so he shared that every single day he would put an X on his calendar when he worked on writing out jokes. And so he just continued to build this chain, so to speak, where he's like, I never wanted to have a day where I didn't have an X. I just continued to build and grow on that. And so continuing to work towards it gets you even closer. When I think about my own author journey specifically, I didn't just write my book in one sitting. I wrote it a little bit over time, and that little bit, in addition to a little bit more, in addition to a little bit more, in addition to a little bit more, continued to add up, and it created massive results. And so instead of thinking like, oh, you'll just be able to get everything done at once, break it up and write it down each day, because each day you're getting one step closer to the big outcome that you desire. One of the best benefits of writing things down is it doesn't force you to rely on your own memory, which I'm going to be really transparent. Most of our memories are not what we think that they are. We are expected to remember so many things, things for work, things for personal things, things that our mind is just thinking about. We don't even mean for it to think about. We just can't do it. No matter how hard we try, our brain is just not meant to carry all of that. In fact, you'll try to carry some things and you may remember some things, but then there's others that you'll totally forget. For years, I believed that I had the greatest memory. I didn't really write a lot of things down. And it wasn't until things started to come forward where it's like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot to follow up with this person. Or, oh my goodness, I totally missed my friend's daughter's event, or whatever it may be, because I was relying on my own memory. Don't do that to yourself. Write it down. That is one great strategy and tool that you can use to take all the pressure off of trying to force your mind to remember that. And then you just know that you can access something where you can reference it later. This frees up your mind to work on the things that are most important and to really put its best effort forward so that you can improve your focus and not be bogged down with things that you're trying to force yourself to remember. Finally, writing down your day-to-day tasks improves your overall clarity. A big mistake that I see many of us make, and we all fall victim to it at one time or another, is that we focus so much on being busy, right? We wear this busy badge and we wear it like a badge of honor, and we're excited and proud and bragging about it. But in reality, busy does not equal productivity. But when you write things down, you can be clear about how you can actually be productive. So if you're like, all right, I'm ready to write this book, instead of writing down a bunch of busy tasks, like I'm just going to scroll social media for 5 hours, I'm going to maybe consider what I might want to design. It may be I'm going to hire a graphic designer. I will write one page in my book. I will contact 2 editors today, or whatever it may be. Instead of just writing down busy tasks, you're going to write down the tasks that are increasing your productivity and really bringing clarity to your overall goal. Having your goal in your head and your plans in your head is one thing. Having it written down in paper in front of you is totally different. It gives you a different perspective that allows you to be more intentional with how you're spending your time. When I started to write down my goals, I committed to it like nobody's business because my level of productivity skyrocketed, and it was amazing to see the difference of just hoping and wishing and keeping my fingers crossed that I'd be able to accomplish it to actually seeing results. It was life changing. And so I'm going to show you my planner. I actually have a whole video about it because I love it. It's called my Law of Attraction Planner. You can check out my video, the planner that changed my life, and it did. It really changed my life because I write everything in it, but you can see it's like really full. I write a ton down in my planner. But with this planner, it's awesome because it holds me accountable. It holds me accountable with my habits. It holds me accountable with my day-to-day tasks. It holds me accountable with my priorities. It holds me accountable with the top 3 things that I need to focus on each day. It holds me accountable. And I'm a firm believer that this is a weird quote, but if you ever had to go on trial, where would your planner and your time prove that you were, right? You wouldn't be able to account for social media time. You wouldn't be able to account for you snoozing in your bed, but everything else you'd be able to account for. Now, in a real trial, nobody's going to take your handwritten planner and believe that you utilize that, but that's the way I look at it, to the extent that I write every single thing down, because again, I don't have to rely on my own memory or anything like that. I can just open my planner to whatever page I need to turn it to and say, okay, this is where I'm beginning. This is where I'm ending. This is my free time. But it gives me a frame of reference and a blueprint that I can follow that's tangible. And so I absolutely adore this because it has changed my life. So you got to definitely get one of these. If you don't have it, check out the link in the comments below where you can access your own Law of Attraction Planner and get started really writing down the things that you want to accomplish and every day getting a step closer to your ultimate goal. Now, I want you to take a moment and I want you to consider all of the benefits that I've shared about writing down your day-to-day plans and what your life would look like if you committed to that. And then I want you to take it a step further and I want you to think about the steps, the practical steps that you can take to make writing down your day-to-day plans something that you won't stray away from, something that you'll make a regular practice. And here's the good news, right? We're not perfect. There are moments where I fall short. There are moments where I don't write everything down. There are moments when I kind of move away from my plan. But for the most part, I'm being intentional about living by design, meaning that I'm not allowing my life to just happen to me and just becoming a victim of my life, but I am an active participant, choosing to make choices and take steps that align with the big picture goal that I have for my life. You can do the same thing too. It's not something that's unique or special for me. It's something that's well within your reach if you're willing to make a commitment and step into it. If you're looking for support to improve your productivity, you're tired of just being busy, you're tired of the overwhelming to-do list that don't really get you any closer to where you were to begin with, and you're ready to have a foolproof system that allows you to increase your productivity and in turn improve your success, then sign up for my Productivity Hacker Tracker down below. This is an opportunity for you to really improve your productivity and 10x it in a way that you've never heard of. And even better, this is a great tool if maybe you've struggled with productivity or you've tried other strategies or you're just overall discouraged with the entire process. This is a great tool to have in your reserves to be able to pull from, to be able to increase the productivity and to show up for your life in a way that aligns with the big picture goal that you have for your life. So sign up using the link below. I cannot wait to see you on the inside. And until next time, I will chat with you guys later.